Hey everyone, Forever Chia here, once again, back at it. I've been getting a lot of questions from people asking me how do you become an RA on campus, and although I'm not an RA at the moment, I'm not an RA anymore, I still feel like I have adequate information that could be worthwhile for you all. So in this video, we're going to talk about how to become a resident assistant at Georgia State University. Okay, so first and foremost, you're going to have to go through the Panther Leap program. And basically the Panther Leap program is like a semester-long program where you learn about leadership skills, you learn about like yourself and just how to become a leader, how to deal with conflict. You learn more things about yourself, and you just get, it's like you're just a more enhanced you. You're a more positive you, you're more, I don't know, you're just more of a leader. So I went through Panther Leap my first semester at Georgia State University. That was fall 2015. Yeah, I'm getting old, y'all, I'm getting old. But I went through the Panther Leap process. Then it has changed since I've done it, but I know that nowadays there is a capstone. We used to call it, I forgot what we used to call it, but it was basically our final project. And basically they want to see how what you have learned throughout your process. Now, overall, the process is not hard. It's just time consuming at times. You just have to, if you're dedicated, you'll get it done for sure. And if you don't get it done the first time around, you can always go back and do it again the next semester. So first and foremost, you have to go through that process. I suggest that you get close with your mentors, because you will have a Panther Leap mentor who will guide you throughout the process. And overall, you will be learning about the 7 C's of change, and that includes like conflict, controversy with self, things like that that will help you become a better leader. So for my capstone project, I did natural hair because it's something that I could relate to, something that I really like. And basically what I did was I took each C, so there are 7 C's. I had a controversy of self, conditioner, I had conflict, leave-in, things like that. And basically what I did was like, okay, if you use all these products on your hair, then you'll come out with overall change. And the overall change for me was like, I went from short hair to long hair. So something like that. You just have to be really creative. If I were you, I wouldn't use my project because mine was pretty memorable, hence why I got my position from that. But yeah, I would just do something that is you, like what people know you for. So a lot of people knew me for my hair my freshman year, and still kind of now. So I feel like using my hair would have been beneficial, and indeed it was. But yeah, anyway, getting back to the actual Panther Leap program. The program is a semester long. You basically go to a whole bunch of workshops, you listen to speakers, you write reflections, things like that. It's nothing too hard. But you would probably want to consider it like another class because you do have assignments that are due at certain times. Also, like I said, get to know your peer mentor, your Panther Leap peer mentor. But also you want to get close with your RAs or just an RA in the building that you're currently living in. So I was really close with my RA, not because I wanted to become an RA, but like I genuinely wanted to become her friend. She was really nice and really sweet and a great RA. Like, I will never forget her. Her name was Victoria. Victoria, if you're watching, what's up, girl? But yeah, like she was just such a great person. So I really wanted to get to know her. So I did, and as we got closer, we just talked more about becoming an RA and things like that. So yeah, I was very fortunate to have her. So if there's any RA that you feel very comfortable with, I would suggest, just talking to them more, this and that. Also, if you know your resident hall director, they're also a great person to know because they can help you get your foot in the door if needed. So yeah, I was really close with my RA. So because of that, she was able to help me by writing one of my recommendations, because you need 3 letters of recommendation to become an RA. So you need one from an RA. You need one from a teacher, so that's why it's also important to do well in your classes, get to know your professors, so that at least one of your professors will write you a good letter, they will write you a good letter of recommendation. And also you need one more from a random person. I chose my high school counselor and it worked just fine. So just get to know people and be genuine, because the people who are interviewing you for these positions, they know if you're just BSing. They know if you're just applying to get free housing. Yeah, they know if you're just trying to apply to get free housing. So as long as you're genuine, you're most likely gonna get the position. But yeah, as long as you have a positive outlook, like on campus, you haven't been in trouble with anything, no write-ups, no issues within housing, you're most likely going to be able to be a good candidate for the position. However, positions are indeed limited, so just because you go through the Panther Leap program does not guarantee that you're going to get a spot. However, if you apply, you most likely will get an interview, and then from there, you may get your position as an RA. However, Panther Leap is not just for RAs. You can also use the Panther Leap program to become a PA, which is a programming assistant, or what else? I don't know. Panther Leap, you can do a good amount of things, but also if you do not do anything like that, you can also become a student assistant, SA, and they typically sit at the front desk, and they sit at the front desk and they make sure that people show their Panther cards when they walk in, things like that, at the front desk, you know, somewhat like security as well. So yeah, I'm trying to figure out what I'm forgetting. Okay, so that's basically how to become an RA. Now let me talk about the duties of an RA. So basically, as an RA, you have to overlook a group of students on a particular floor or a position on the floor. So I was an RA in Piedmont North on the second floor, me and Andine. So we overlooked the floor. We made sure that the students were healthy to stand in the third. And I also feel like it's important to be compassionate as an RA and actually like listen to what your residents have to say, because for one, if you're working in a freshman dorm, these kids are, you know, they're new to the school. They're either happy, excited, but sometimes they're nervous and they have breakdowns. So it's really important for you to be able to connect with them. Besides being able to connect with your residents, you will have to do like one-on-ones with your residents, just to know who they are, how they're doing, things like that. What are their goals? Let me see what else. As an RA, you'll also be required to do a bulletin board each month. So basically we have a guideline, like it'll tell you, oh, these are the topics for the month. So you choose your topic and you make a bulletin board on top, like on that topic, which is pretty cool. Like it brings out a creative side of you. It shows that you're not just like a one-dimensional person, but you can do like a whole bunch of different things. So that's something to think about. What else do we have to do? Oh, we're on duty. How did I forget? So you have your duty days, which are days that you are assigned to like patrol the hall, make sure everything is fine, everything's going well. And then sometimes you're on duty on the weekends, and that means you can't leave the building all weekend, which can be aggravating at times, but we all go through it. It's fine. It's not too bad or anything. You get used to it. Now we're going to talk about the pros and cons of being an RA. So pros of being an RA, for one, you get to learn, first and foremost, you get to meet so many new people. I love like all my residents. I've watched them grow and everything. It's just fantastic to see them and I love making new friends regardless, just meeting new people and just being able to impact an individual throughout their years. Like you're basically a foundation for them, so that's really cool. Also, of course, everyone knows that when you're becoming RA, you get free housing, so that's another pro. But like I said, if that's all you're in for, you're most likely not going to get the position. But yes, you get free housing, and depending on where you live, like let's say that you're an RA for a freshman dorm, you get a free meal plan. However, if you're an RA for the upperclassmen, like University Lofts or University Commons, you will not get a free meal plan. However, they will compensate you by giving you more, well, they'll give you 35 swipes for the semester, but also you get paid more than the freshman RA. So like, as an RA, I was getting paid $155 a month. However, the RAs in the upperclassmen dorms were getting paid $225 per month. So they got like $75 more than us, which makes sense because they have to buy groceries and things like that. So you can keep that in mind. Personally, $155 as an RA to me wasn't too bad because we already got free housing and a free meal plan, so you know. And also, they don't really recommend you to work anywhere else as an RA. Like, you can, but I think it's up to 10 hours only. You can't work more than 10 hours, at least on GSU campus and another position. If you're outside of GSU, I guess do your own thing as long as it doesn't interfere with your RA position. So yeah. So those are pros of being an RA. Cons of being an RA, I don't really see any big cons of being an RA, but sometimes the position can be very demanding. Like, let's say I'm on duty one night and I'm like patrolling this and that. There's a alcohol incident or a party and I have to go and handle that, report it back to my supervisor, things like that. But at the end of the day, like, I still gotta study for a test or, you know, things like that. So it's like allocating your time can sometimes be difficult. But for me, that was like the only con. Like, it's hard sometimes. Like, sometimes you're on duty and you're just like, dang, why'd I have to be on duty tonight? Because like something crazy might just go on, you know. Like, I remember one time I was on duty and it was like an issue at the Shell. Like, it's just a lot of crazy stuff that happens sometimes, and there are things that go beyond your control, but you have to deal with it, especially if you're on duty. Sometimes you're the one who have to talk to the police officer or the ambulance, you know, things like that. So be mindful of that, and just try to figure out a way to like knock out your schoolwork and keep your position as the RA. Just try to be a balanced student overall. At the end of the day, as an RA, you're a student leader. You're still here for school, so don't let your position like overshadow that. Like, I know a good amount of people who've lost their RA position because their GPA dropped down below the